It's San Jose's turn to come over to Montreal's barn. This has been a really fun series this season. It's fun watching Macklin Celebrini. He's an incredible talent, but this is a big game for both teams. Tight race in the Atlantic Division. Montreal needs to stay competitive and find a win tonight. Meanwhile, the Sharks are struggling to find their way into a playoff spot in the Pacific. Can Montreal navigate treacherous waters and prove that the teal is no big deal? Let's talk about it.
Whiskey.
Two young teams, two young exciting teams in the NHL. Maybe the two most exciting teams, maybe? The cardiac Canadiens, the heart attack Habs, and the risk of stroke Sharks. Montreal, such a good example of rebuilding quickly. The Sharks, such a good example of drafting an incredible player. I'm being reductive and kind of sarcastic, but the Sharks can really do something with what they've built as a foundation. So I was expecting a pretty crazy game tonight, and we sort of got it. Before we get into it, thank you so much for your support. Appreciate you all. Keep subscribing. If you're new here, why not hit that subscribe button? I'd love to have you. We're trying to hit 23,000 subscribers. Can you help me do it? Everyone else, you know what to do. Like button because it does something with YouTube, probably. Il faut commencer toujours avec la formation de départ. We have to start with the starting lineup here. Let's go over who is starting tonight for the Canadiens. Nos attaquants, our forwards. We got Caufield, Suzuki, Slavkovsky, Newhook, Kapanen, Demidov, Bolduc, Evans, Doc, Texier, Deneau, Anderson. Yeah, what do you notice here? Where's Galley? What happened to Galley? Galley's taken a seat. I might do an additional video about that, but it's a good thing. It's a good thing. No défenseur, our defenseman. We got Matheson, Dobson, Gooley, Hudson, Struble, Carrier. Xhekaj is still not back in the lineup. Yeah, okay. No Gardien, our goalies. Dobesh starting in net tonight, and then Fowler backing him up. No Montembeault. So they dropped the puck on this one, and right away, Matheson and Chernyshov run into each other in neutral ice. Chernyshov nails his head against the ice and is definitely experiencing a concussion here. They give us the other angle. Ouch, man. Oof. Poor kid. He would leave the game. It's a shame because he was slated to start on the first line tonight. It was like a big opportunity for him. He would go to the hospital and then later on would reunite with the team, and he's traveling to Ottawa. So hopefully, everything's going all right for him. Now we see Demidov, Newhook, and Kapanen breaking in. Really good chance here, but Demidov is banged up against the boards. He looked like he was feeling it on the bench. He would go back to the locker room, but come back and he played the rest of the game. And who's going to get on the board first? It's the Canadiens.
Got it in the corner. Here's Texier to the goal. Backhand, stop, rebound, scores, but the whistle.
Hudson makes it 1-0, but no, actually he doesn't. Yeah, this is whistled down way too fast. Great shift here by the fourth line. Hudson aggressively comes in to pick up the rebound and scores, but the officials mistakenly called the play dead. Just such a shame that this would not count, and unfortunately, it had major implications for the rest of the game. Weirdly, they do call this a goal, but they do that because they can review it. They review it and they make sure that the whistle indeed did come before the shot, and yeah, it did. I do see some individuals online saying, how can they overturn this? It doesn't make any sense. It looks like it's a good goal. It would be insane. It would be an insane precedent to set to say that a goal can count after the whistle has been blown. So after dodging that bullet, the Sharks start to really pour it on. Celebrini gets a 2-on-1 with Graf, but Dobesh makes a big save. And then Montreal would actually score.
He'll get it up to center, and here comes Caufield over the line. Caufield shot, scores!
Mr. Saturday Night himself. Slav does a great job transitioning the play here, immediately gets it to Caufield with such a great shot. 38 goals, now his career high, and he's getting so close to that 40-goal mark that hasn't been hit by a Habs player in a long time. Still in the first period, Hudson coughs up the puck at the blue line. Sherwood gets a big opportunity here. Big backhand, hits the post. Close one, could have been all tied up. Now Desharnais takes a weak roughing call here. I don't know why they called this. Maybe it's a makeup call for the called off goal, but they go on the power play and it's nothing to write home about. So Montreal does look like they're in control of this game, but the Sharks do have that X factor.
We're showing that tonight here. Celebrini scores! Macklin.
Celebrini makes it 1-1, all alone at the top of the slot. This was a good transition to an attacking here for the Sharks. Slav was caught a little bit back after just having to make a big push in the offensive zone. So yeah, Celebrini was left alone here. Definitely don't want to do that. And he's not done. Celebrini is now accepting stretch passes, but Matheson luckily is back in time to pressure him to take a shot that's, less than ideal. Still talking about Celebrini because he's headed to the box for cross-checking Slav in the numbers. On this power play, the second unit looked like they had something going, but couldn't find the back of the net. And that's going to do it for the first period. Kind of an eventful first period. Oddly, the second period is slow, but a lot of things happen, kind of. So let's jump into the second period. Gooley jumps onto the ice and plays the puck. He is the sixth man. So Caufield is going to serve a bench penalty. The Sharks will go on the power play.
Down to Toffoli. Toffoli trying to get it in. They score.
And they do score. Toffoli hits Celebrini in the face here to get the puck on Celebrini's stick. It's pretty nifty play. Danault is trying to tie up Celebrini, but he really needed to be on his feet pushing him away, and Celebrini is able to bang it in. But wait a second. Yeah, Montreal is now challenging this for offside. If they challenge for offside, good chance it's offside, and it was in fact offside. Definitely does look like it was offside in the replay. So they're continuing the power play. They're rewinding the clock, and the Canadiens do kill this off. Let's talk about Newhook for a second. He has an interesting shift. He takes a hit, gives a hit, and then gets a chance in front. Newhook continuing to look good. I'd like to see some more points, but yeah, he's looking great. Still in the second period, it's half over. There's been one shot this entire period. The Canadiens have gotten one shot. The Sharks are going to take their first shot of the period, and it's going to be a goal for real this time.
Down goes Gooley, but he's right back after Wenberg. Scores!
Ferraro, yeah, he sends one in and it finds its way in. Gooley and Hudson cannot get the puck out of the zone here. This is the big problem. It gets to Ferraro, he sends it in, it gets deflected, and then it finds its way back past Dobesh. It's like fluttering in the air. It tricks Dobesh and finds its way behind him. 2-1 for the Sharks. So that was a rough one. That's one that you don't like seeing going in, but as long as they lock it down, I'm sure that they can find a way to tie it up.
Gets it off to Celebrini. Celebrini looks to the net, got the shot, scores!
Yeah, but unfortunately, the Sharks score again. Graf makes it 3-1. It's this is the Celebrini making things happen again. Celebrini throws it in front. Carrier is doing a miserable job here, clearing the front of the net. And Graf gets a piece of it. 2 goals in 2 shots here for the Sharks. Pretty unfortunate, not something you'd like to see as a Habs fan, but can they respond? You really want them to get a big goal, at least before the end of the period, and they do.
Demidov will settle it down, dropped it back, Suzuki follows up.
Suzuki makes it 3-2. Great job here by Demidov dropping it, seeing that all 3 lanes are opened up. So San Jose is already thin defending in their zone right here. Suzuki has a lot of space to play with, and he finds his shot. Makes no mistake, 3-2 for the Sharks. Very next shift, the first line looking to even things out, but they can't find the back of the net. That's going to do it for 40 minutes. So Montreal does well this period, but they're still behind by 1. They didn't allow San Jose to get very many shots. It wasn't a big shooting period. It wasn't a big shots on goal period. Certainly this game would feel a lot different if Hudson's goal would have counted. So we're going into the third period. Not much to report on this one. The Sharks do take a too many men penalty, but the power play was not clicking, real ugly. Evans, Bolduc, and Doc get a decent opportunity. Doc continues to look really good, but we need to see some black and white stats, Doc. Then Kapanen with maybe the best opportunity to tie it up. He puts it off the post, but ultimately they pull Dobesh and Celebrini puts in the dagger. It's 4-2 for the Sharks in the end. So unfortunate loss, and that hurts them a little bit in the standings too. I think Detroit went to overtime and lost against Dallas. Let's see if the standings are updated. They are, Montreal has 82 points for third place in the Atlantic. So they're still holding on to that third place spot. Man, I hope that they win tomorrow against Anaheim. Boston and Detroit are both nipping at their heels. They both have 80 points. Columbus, they must have won because they're at 79. Still tight, extremely tight. that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for everything. You've been great. It's really getting down to the wire, so things are going to get more and more exciting. But you all know what to do. Hit the like button. Helps me out with search results or something like that. Subscribe if you're not already subscribed. I'd love to have you. And as always, I will see you down in the comments.